What's going on, guys? This is Gen Z driving survival guide, and I think it's really important that you want to work, get your money, and then get the heck out. But you got to remember, you got things to deal with, you got people around you, so we can't just bust up and get going here. But I'm going to show you some things to help you get going. I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach adults, I teach teens, and we're really going to get you guys going out here. So, your seatbelt's on. You know what to do. You check your mirrors. Whenever you back up, you got to look around you. I don't care if you have a backup camera, because you don't want to hit your coworker's car, and then there's going to be a problem, right? Hey, E, I have some great news to tell you. God is good. Let me tell you how God good is. I'm doing great. So look, I was chilling with my wife yesterday, and Daryl Eves, he runs Vid Summit. He's got his own YouTube group. He and Mr. Beast, and there's another guy that he partners with. They run Vid Summit. Anyway, it's a multi-million-dollar operation. They help creators around the world all the time. Amen. So, and I'm telling you this, I want you to see my face. So long story short, I was listening to Daryl Eves on this live stream, and he said, hey, put your name in for a chance to win Vid Summit tickets to Dallas, Texas. God is good. I'm gonna pause for a second. And then all these cars are running light. Then I'm gonna go. So I won. They said put your name in. I won. He gave away 2 or 3 sets of tickets. I was the first one to win a set of tickets to Vid Summit, and it's in Dallas, Texas. I will be going to Dallas, Texas. I think it's the first week in October, and I will meet Mr. Beast, PewDiePie, Legal Ego, Linus Tech Tips, some of the biggest YouTubers, idiots. I went, I think in 2020, it's 2025. So, you know how you think about something and it's kind of in the back of your mind, and then things happen? So I'm going to pick up a lot of things there. I'll be streaming there, taking pictures. It's really like a workshop. If you want to grow your YouTube channel, your Instagram, there are suppliers there, there are vendors there. They give away t-shirts, computers. They show you how to monetize your channel, right? I've been doing this, I think, about 5 years. Let me pause, check traffic, right? So God is good. And all I have to do is pay for the plane trip. Yes, you need workshops, how to help the viewer, how to grow, how to get better. These are some nice cars. I want you to see this. Okay, I used to have a Chrysler 300, like that black one with the tinted windows, right? So it's really important that you understand that I want to grow and keep getting better. And I've learned so much from like 5 years ago, how to grow my channel, how to make good content. And like, this is my journey from work. Like, you're going to see people like real driving, me getting gas, picking up food, going through the bank. And I think a lot of people want to see this content because you want to see a journey. Just like if you were driving through New York, I would want to see you driving through New York, going through your journey, seeing the people. I watch a lot of driving videos, right? I watch a lot of driving videos because I like cars. I like the people and their stories and journeys. And like I said, NY, I really appreciate what you're doing, and I will be mentioning you, LaShonda. You are one of my top supporters, and you're one of my reoccurring viewers. I want to show you my face. Like, I really appreciate what you bring, the conversation, helping people in the chat. And then my biggest one is when we have Mr. Brian on. He was talking about the truck drivers, right? I get it. Yes, they do a lot. Yes. I went to New York probably 2014, 2013. Did we drive? Driving through DC. Yes. My daughter drove through that area. She was dating a Marine, and She drove through that area too. So, right. My parents went to Niagara Falls, New York. I don't know if I tell you that. I remember that. So I remember them going, and then, true. When my son was being recruited by the University of Buffalo, these cars, man. He was being recruited by the University of Buffalo. We drove up through Canada. You remember I was cracking a joke about Drake? And I'm gonna pull in here and get some gas. How much gas is $3.49 for regular? How much is gas where you are? Niagara Falls is ghetto. Oh God. I thought it was okay. It was 2018. My son, it was 2018. We drove up through Canada. We went over the bridge, and then we got it up to New York. Yeah, the roads are a lot of tourists. We passed by the falls. I think I have a picture. But it is very interesting. Keep putting comments. I'm at the gas station. I'm gonna go get gas. You just don't go anywhere. I'm gonna go get gas. Put some comments in. It's Friday. Well, it's Thursday. We don't have school tomorrow, so you know I'm gonna party up. Hold up. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back in. So we had to get that fuel. Yeah, I remember going through the shop in Niagara Falls, but I didn't get anything. There were a lot of tourists there. I'm kind of low key. I kind of stay away from crowds like that. Not saying I don't, I get a little paranoid around big crowds, but that's coming from a football player who played it over 40,000 people. That's crazy. But yeah, I remember the drive. It was quite long. I would drive there, and then I would have my son drive back. And then we went to Pennsylvania too. We went on, he went to another camp in Pennsylvania. There were like 4 or 5 D1 schools there, and 7 to 10 D2 schools. So I was there all day. Man, these cars are coming out here. Whoa, wait. Okay. So it's kind of took my time, but I was standing all day and I caught cramps in my legs. So he had to drive. There was an accident. Yes. There was an accident on the expressway, so I caught cramps in my legs. I was videoing him all day, and I would video him, and then he would edit and send the videos out to different scouts. You know, it's tough, you know, to get out there. You know, look at Shakur, you know, the Sanders guys. You know, hopefully the younger one to get picked up. But it's tough out here. I just put like $10 in, you know, just enough to get you to the house. You know, Gen Z, you're not trying to put a bunch of oil, bunch of gas in, but just enough. So we're gonna take the expressway. The last couple of days, I've been taking different routes, so I guess we're gonna be here, merging on. Yeah, true. They're from Kentucky. Are they even gonna let me in? But also, I know where you live, E, there are a lot of semi trucks because that's a big area. True that. You know, if you're Gen Z, you're just trying to get home, man. You know, trying to relax, take your time, and we're not trying to mess with anyone. Really nice to be in that Tesla, be self-driving. You know, let the car drive. I'm gonna relax. But I do find driving, you know, relaxing at times. You guys know this from, yes. True that. You used to, we all had to find our peace. Like now, I'm kind of in danger by this truck. Okay. And you know a stone chip could come up. I'm looking at the mud flaps on this semi-truck. They are on. I want to get away from that. This is the type of traffic, yes, this is probably the type of traffic that you have in your area, you know, being in that New York area. Oh, I don't know what that was. I'm staying away from them. True. Trying to look ahead. Ooh. True. Just trying to maintain good speed. Take my time. You know, as I teach drivers, the more I find I don't really like particularly driving on the expressway. You know, it's stop and go, stop and go. It's crazy traffic, and this is why a lot of people don't like driving, because of all this mess. And I don't blame them. You know, I leave for work like 2 hours in the morning, and you still got to deal with all this mess every single day. There's a lot of goods, manufactured goods that come from New York back to the Metro Detroit area, through the Midwest, up through Canada, New York, Minnesota, Iowa. My son used to play for Upper Iowa, so we saw a lot of trucks, milk trucks, dairy trucks, cattle trucks. Yes, there've been a lot of accidents here in our area too. A lot of semi trucks rolling over. Jackknifing. You know, these drivers are trying to make this quick money, right? So, and then of course, you know, they're just hoping they don't get pulled over by the police and the logbook. Yeah, it is a trend. I know it's because I'm an instructor, but I read a lot more now about semi trucks. And, of course, with President Trump cracking down on non-English speaking truck drivers, I used to think, man, why is he doing that? But also, you've got to be able to read signs, particularly up New York, the roads up there. So, in fact, one of my daughter's friends, I think her grandmother lives in Long Island, New York. I'll have to verify that. But her grandmother's got a house up there or something. And my daughter was going to pick her friend up from Indiana, and they were going to drive up there, but money's a little tight right now. Queens. I'll have to find out the house. I don't want to misspeak myself. But I know it's somewhere, and I know New York is big. It's huge. Okay. All right. We've seen the Statue of Liberty. I'm not from New York, so I'm going to be like, oh, Statue of Liberty. All the tourist sites we've seen. Right. As long as this traffic is moving, I'm okay. We got gas. Have a little food. When you're driving like this, you got to have something to drink. Not real statue. Oh. Okay. That's a world landmark. People come into Ellis and said, oh, okay. You know a lot. You already know. I mean, the hash brown from this morning. Got a little coffee. So usually, and traffic like this, you kind of fall asleep for a second, little micro sleep. Yeah, I can tell you love your state. You speak very highly of it. I can tell. You speak your mind. The more I listen to you, the more you type in, I tell you speak your mind. Well, also, you know me, you can tell when my voice, when I'm tired, how I look, because if you interact enough, you know the people. Like, I'm just chilled. I'm rolling about 25 miles an hour. A lot of people don't like it because you know them. You speak truth. Yep. Yeah, I don't like fake people either. Need to be real to get out my face. Fake food, fake people. Oh, you're gonna love this. One time, okay, I think it was my son's or daughter's birthday. Anyway, we went to a pizza place. We ordered a pizza. They put off-brand cheddar cheese. Yes, it's definitely cooling off. It was very hot it's still summer. It was very hot this summer. They put off-brand cheese. It was fake cheese on our pizza. And it was terrible. Yeah, the videos you saw about 30 days ago, 45 days ago. Yes. This is the hottest summer we've had in a while. Like probably 2 years, 3 years. Because in the car, we drive with the air conditioning on. My students are like, why is it so cold? I'm like, I don't want you to fall asleep. Keep driving. I keep it cold. Like, we're cruising real nice. That gravel truck is pushing real good. And sometimes you guys see me move fast. Sometimes I'm cruising. Most of the time, I'm trying to chill. Yeah, the method to your madness. Oh, did I tell you we went down to Detroit to Eminem's Mom Spaghetti? I got some pictures. My daughter went down there. I'll have to post some. We went there. Seafood. Yeah. Restaurants are nasty, or Mom Spaghetti's nasty. I'm kind of catching it delayed. Now this is what I hate. I want to get away from this truck. That is so dangerous. I don't want to mess with it. Oh, you didn't like it? Oh, okay. I will go down there again. Yeah, I definitely did. I have some pictures, and when I get home, I'll just post them on, on the YouTube channel. It's really, really nice. I'm glad to be getting away from them trucks. We're trying to cruise right now. We're cruising about 75. We're chilling. And because it's a big 4-day weekend, a lot of people are traveling out. It was about $45. We got my wife and I got larges. He had vegetarian meatballs. They call them balls. I'm like, bro. The sauce was good, and we almost went upstairs to buy some merch, but we didn't. Like people, I want to go to New York. I want to go to New York, and then you finally go to New York. You're like, oh wow. Okay. I'm a people person in general. You're in that East Coast. I'm in the Midwest. So you can imagine during COVID, no one was on the streets of New York. Right. With me in the Midwest, I had a big old beard. I'm about to laugh. Imagine me with a big beard. It was mostly black. I had a little gray. I had a big afro, big beard, big afro, right? Because you couldn't go out to get your haircut, so everyone looked like a wolf man, wolf woman, right? So you know how that is. This is some tight little traffic, man, right now. Like, we're moving about 70, and it's tight. So that, the 2020, 2019, during COVID, right? We had to wear masks. It was a very tough time. Very, very tough time. And you're in such a big state, a big area. Yeah, it was. It was horrible. And, people were driving reckless, crazy, because we had been locked up for almost 2 years. Now, because I'm in education, I have to get vaccinated, and I have the booster. Okay, are you guys vaccinated? My son's like, they ain't changing my DNA. I'm not taking that shot. That's a government conspiracy. I'm like, what are you saying? He is not vaccinated. They did not alter his DNA. So he's into that government conspiracy stuff. My son, he was acting, he almost got kicked out of college. My daughter, because she wouldn't wear her mask, she almost got kicked out of the dorm. Emily, you need to go see, yes, unfortunately, yeah. And by me being an educator, if I didn't get vaccinated, I have to be tested every month. Every month. And then that swab they would have to stick up in your nose. Oh my God. It was terrible. I have some of those pictures, okay, on my phone. I didn't get my booster. I got my booster. I remember I had to wait in line like 5 hours to get that booster. Yeah, I hated that too. I remember that. Right, and then because I'm in education, if one kid got COVID, they had to shut down everything. My daughter was a senior, going into her senior year. I think, but she didn't catch it. She said, Mom and Dad, I'm just gonna stay home and do my senior year online. I'm like, you sure? She's like, yeah. Okay. Yeah, no groceries. But that's when they started the home delivery of groceries. Now, my wife, other people, all they do, people don't go shopping anymore. They just do the home delivery. All my wife does, I'm like, what are you doing on your phone? I'm ordering groceries. I'm like, what? You ordering groceries? Yes. You can go pick them up when you're done. I'm like, I'm gonna pick them up? And one of my students, his mother, she delivers groceries for rich people. She's got clients. And they give her like, $30, $40 tip, man. So that home delivery of groceries, Kroger, Walmart. Is there Walmart in your state? They're all over the country. Walmart. Yep. She's like, honey, when you're done driving, you're gonna go pick up the groceries. I'm like, I've been driving all day. Yeah. And it's good. I still like going to the store, walking around, and going to the computer store, going to the library, going to go look at car stuff. I am definitely an extreme extrovert. I like to go out. Okay, like that time I went to Illinois, and I was driving back on the I-80, and it was crazy traffic, and I went live, right? It's just a lot of trucks, man, like more than usual. I feel like I'm going to New York, man. I feel like I'm going out of state. It's crazy. It's a lot of traffic. But that's because of that holiday weekend. They trying to go. The 4-day weekend. I'm off tomorrow. I drive all day Saturday and Sunday. But I'm off Monday because I'm not that stupid. He has a lot of trucks. Yes, true that. And know me, I'm just trying to stay smooth in the middle lane. But you know what? They're all the same speed almost. Almost the same speed. Definitely recommend this middle lane. You have to get over. Okay. But we've been eating a lot of apples and oranges and nectarines. They have been really good. You can see people flying. I'm at about 60 in a slow lane. Haven't had watermelon in a few months. It's good stuff. You eating healthy. That's good. It was fairly a peaceful drive. You know, I had some trucks. I'd had to go really fast. I just took my time. I-80, yes, is considered slow. Oh, I-80 is considered slow? Man, they were doing like 85 miles an hour. What's up, T? They were doing like 85 miles an hour. I told you I went to Joliet Drag Strip, coming from I-94 near Canada. I took I-94 across, and as soon as I got into the bottom of Indiana, before I got to Illinois, I was going like 70, 75, and the next thing you know, they were doing 85 miles an hour. Like, and one car from the right cut me off all the way over to the left. And yes, okay, so it was just, I wasn't ready for that. So when you said I-80, I can definitely understand, because I got an invite out there. They drive like fools, yes. Because it was about a 4.5 hour drive to get there. Yeah, we drove. I went to Pennsylvania after we were on the Pittsburgh Steelers practice facility, and there were about 10 schools from that area. So I haven't been to Pittsburgh in that area since 2018. No, 2017. My son and I drove. You know, you do anything for your kids, right? Anything. Right? Oh, I ain't messing with no bus. What you doing, bro? Come on. You see that big bus? They got a stop sign, but people don't follow it. You see all this? I have to check that out. I will definitely look and check for you. I flew in. Right. Yeah, I gotta check on the southern. And we got a whole family up in here. What's going on? What's going on, guys? We got a whole family up in here now. Yeah, I'm going for the Midwest. Yes. I'm gonna go ahead and pull over and let them come back. Whew. True. Yeah, I might have to check and do some more research and all of that. I hear you. I do like the Toyotas. They're very reliable. I drove from the Midwest to Wisconsin, Actually, I got lost. I thought I was going to Wisconsin. I got lost. I ended up like West Virginia. I got lost. And then I had a flat tire. So I had that flat tire. And hi guys. I see. I say, hi, how you doing? Yeah, I see. You having fun? Bye. All right, just a little neighbors. There's a lot of culture. I did. Oh, you don't like American cars? I've driven a Toyota. I've driven a Mercedes. You know, my dad was a Ford guy. He drove a Ford. I had a Chevy minivan, a large 3/4 ton van. I bought that from another instructor. She was selling it, and I had that van like 8 years, 10 years, right? Pretty reliable. Needed regular maintenance here and there. So that van, we went to Florida, Alabama, Kentucky, Joliet in Illinois. We went there. And then the van barely got me back home. I was in a snowstorm coming back from Wisconsin, and I barely made it home. And the van broke down the street from my house. Like, I don't know how God protected me, but I got home because the windshield wipers. I grew up with Volvos and Saabs. Those Saabs are nice. Okay, so Ford Taurus. A lot of these driving schools get those Ford Tauruses. I'm in an Impala. I had a Grand Prix. Those are pretty nice. What else? The Grand Prix, the Ford Taurus, the Impala. The Impala is a very, this car, man, it's got over 220,000 miles. 2014, pretty reliable. It's had a few little mechanical issues. What else? One guy that I know, he makes content. He actually has a Tesla, and he's got a brake in it. So I got to reach out to him. It just depends on the company you work for. Usually these companies try to get American cars, okay? But you want a brand that's reliable, right? And that's not going to break down. Just depends, right? So that's some really good questions that you want to look at. But I'll be going to Dallas, Texas the first week in October, and then I'll try to, yeah, that Tesla, yeah. There's some other things I have planned. Thank you, E. Thank you, E. I will get those pictures of my daughter and I at Mom's Spaghetti in downtown Detroit. I'll post those, and I'll keep you informed. Thank you, E. Thank you, T. Listen, I'm going to go ahead and go in, and I want to say thank you. I go live tomorrow afternoon and maybe this evening, but thank you guys. I really love you and appreciate you. I will let you go. Bye, guys.